good people is avoiding these apps because they find out that if, for example, you create a profile in a specific dating app, most of the times the guys are going to think like you are a prostitute. Or here in Colombia and around the world, we have to check the girls. So the first thing that we ask to the girls is for the ID. Here in Colombia, that ID is called cédula. So we ask for this cédula in order to start to create her profile. Once we have the ID, she has to also fill a big list of questions and information that she has to give to us. And we also look in the police website that we have here in Colombia if she maybe have some record with the police. And we know what we are doing. And we have enough experience to tell you some kind of things that maybe for you are not easy to see. So that is why we are able to guide you during all this process, because we have all this background and all this knowledge that we are being having during all this time of doing matchmaking. So that is why we can tell you, like, look, pay attention to this. This is a red flag, and this girl maybe is not great for you. So listen our advices.
The agency is the safest way to date in Colombia, and you know if the girl is what she does at that point. You're gonna know if she's a secretary, you're gonna know if she's gone to college, you're gonna know if she has children. When you go to the dating apps, I have a friend who just told me the other day, he's been here for 6 years, and he tried a dating app just recently, and he had a problem. So I wouldn't say that it's any certain dating app, but dating apps. You're going to start off on a better foot. You're going to have something to talk about. You're going to feel comfortable when you sit down with the person right away.
We never had a situation where the girl did something wrong or bad to the guys. So, I mean, something bad in the fact that maybe she steal from him, maybe she put him in a situation of danger, maybe she put drug on him, a drink or something like that. That never happened with us. Like, you can even search, you can even, if I'm having a mistake or somebody of the agency had that situation with a girl from the agency, you can even share that information. But so far that didn't happen here. So I'm proud and happy to mention that we are safe. And I want to mention this because maybe some of them they wondering, like, because that is what I was talking with a client yesterday, and I was telling him that sometimes the intention of these girls, that the ones that they met through the dating apps, the intention most of the time is not to kill the person.
Right.
Most of the times the intention is to steal to the guy, and they use a drug called scopolamine. That is a drug that what it does is, like, when they put a little bit in your drink or in your food, whatever, you start to do whatever the other person tell you. So if that person tell you, oh, give me the password of your credit card, you will give the password. If that person tell you, like, oh, I need that you give me all your money, you will give all the money to that person. So you have to be very careful, because what this drug does is, like, you're going to feel that you are drunk and you are going to do whatever the other person tells you to do.
Stay away from the prostitution and the drugs. You're not going to have a problem. If you use the agency, you're not going to have a problem. That does not happen here. So the dating apps there's no regulation there, and somebody trying to help you out or protect you. So you're putting yourself out there in a place that you don't know. Come to the agency. It's completely safe. They know who you're going out with, and you will too. Here you pick, if you're going to go out with an accountant or a manicurist or a doctor or a lawyer, these are people that are here in the agency just waiting to meet people. All you got to do is come here.
Usually we try to contact as much as we can, but I'm not going to lie to you, it's not all of them. And also this is something that the girls has to do as a compromise to be in the agency, and is let us know, like, oh, look, I want to change my profile pictures because I'm being on the site for already 1 year and I change. And also, before you have the dates with them, We try always to ask to the girls and the ones that we know that are a little bit more older, like they are being in the website for a little bit more of time. We're trying to ask them before you have a date with her if the information that they have in their profile is current, and also we ask them for current pictures to make sure that that is the girl that you want to meet. Sometimes can happen that the girls say yes, I look like that, or they don't want to update information. I'm not going to say that that cannot be the case in some situations, but most of the times, believe me, the girls that you are going to meet here in Colombia are the girls that we have in the website, and we try always to confirm before the dates the information with them in order to know that everything is going to be fine during the date.
We take the time to see the background of the guy and the background of the girl. We take the time to ask to the guy for an ID and identification, and also to the girl to join the agency. So it's like we take care of the people and we make sure that Scott is the person that it says that it's Scott.
Yes.
And the person that he's going to meet is the person that it says that it is. So I think that maybe, I don't know if you find out that with the agency, that when you start to meet with someone, is the person that in reality is saying that it is.
Yes, I've never been on a bad date through the agency. I've been on some that I didn't want to go on again, but never a bad date ever. Like I said, the girls here pretty much just want your time. Most of them aren't looking for somebody rich. They're looking for somebody nice. Okay, somebody to spend time with them. If you want a best friend, these are the girls. They're gonna hold your hand all the time. They're gonna make you dinner. They're gonna want to eat dinner with you. They're gonna wake up in the morning with you. They're always nice. Every one of them's a little bit nicer than the next one, so it's a little tough to pick one.
If you are going to meet with someone here in Medellin or in whatever part of the world, trying to go to a place that is public, a place that is a nice area that you know that you are going to be safe. If, for example, I go to, I don't know what I can say, if I go to Chicago and I meet with someone in a really bad neighborhood, I'm taking a risk. I'm taking the risk that something happened to me. So it's not only here in Colombia, guys, it's around the world. You have to be careful. And I think that sometimes the guys, they don't think this. They don't put a little bit of logical.
Tonight, an urgent warning for Americans visiting Colombia after a string of deaths in tourist hotspots. The U.S. Embassy in Bogota urging travelers not to use dating apps in the country, writing in a security alert that criminals are using the sites to lure victims, with many U.S. citizens drugged, robbed, and even killed.
Lately, we have also the news that a guy was killed. He was a Canadian guy, and he was walking very late at night in a place that we was talking with my coworker. Like, I don't understand what he was doing at the time of the night. Of course, I'm not agree with the fact that somebody killed someone, but even me as a person that lives here in Medellin, I will not walk in very late at night in a place that is not safe. That is something that you don't do. You don't put your life into risk just because you think that that is something that is not going to happen to you, never, right?
Correct. Yeah, I mean, you can find a bad neighborhood in any city in the United States. So here, once again, in all the busy areas, you're not going to have a problem. We have an area called Provenza that's about 3 minutes from where we're sitting, 3 to 5 minutes walking. There's hundreds of restaurants. There's thousands of people every single day there. There's hundreds of police officers.
Like we take the time to send the profile to the guy, to show you the profile of the girl in the website, and be able to arrange dates with girls that they are really interested in meet you, right? So in the end, it's nice that you have the opportunity to speak with someone that it's American, that he likes Medellin, and he feels that this is a completely safe city.
And guys, come to the social. It's a lot of fun. You sit and watch the girls come in, you're going to see 100 beautiful girls come in. Okay? They're all dressed up. They want to meet you. Every single one of them wants to tell you about themselves. And you're going to get a translator. Come to the social. It's amazing. Okay? It's a lot of fun. Your heart's going to beat fast. You're going to get a little sweaty in the palms. You're going to get a little nervous because there's a lot of pressure of these beautiful girls. But as soon as you walk in, you realize they want to meet you. So these girls love hard. They really, really love when they get somebody they like and somebody treats them just nice and gives them the time. They will love you like you've never been loved. You will not regret coming to Colombia and meeting these girls.
Are you ready to get started? Sign up and connect with these real women.
Check out our website at
ColombianLady.com